What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and guys, this is going to be a recap video. We did make the journey down to North Carolina for stocks for Tots, and we also went to the Richard Petty Museum, which was, man, that is just insane. If you guys have never been to the Richard Petty Museum, you just have to go and check it out. You will not regret it. We even ran into Richard Petty's daughter there, which was a pleasant surprise. I think she is a retired school teacher, and I think she does work there part-time. So that was awesome. I picked up a couple things there. One thing I can't show because I have to wait till Christmas to get it, which was something that my girlfriend had bought for me. So I did get a Richard Petty car. I didn't have any Richard Petty autographs in red, and they had several of these, and I was like, I wonder if I can find a Richmond, because that's the first track that I went to that I got Richard Petty in person. It was one of the first times we went to Richmond. So as you can see here in the background, it's one of the Richmond cars. Or cards. So that was awesome to pick that up. I did pick this next item up for my girlfriend. She doesn't know about it. I'll surprise her. She was wanting to get Kyle Petty, and there was I think an emergency with Kyle, and he had to cancel at Stocks for Tots, so he didn't get to attend. But they had some hero cards there at Petty's, and I was able to get her one of Kyle. I'll show it here. It's pretty nice looking hero card, I think. First time I've seen it. And there is Kyle's signature. Let's see, what year is this? There's Richard Petty on the back. It's like maybe 2003. I want to say 2002, 2004. Okay. Now I'll get into Stocks for Tots. We got there later than what we were wanting to, because we had picked up, my gosh, we had picked up 3 hoods and a bumper at a race shop. And we didn't get to Stocks for Tots when we wanted to, but that was, I mean, we still got there in plenty of time to see the majority of the drivers and personalities we wanted to. I mean, we did miss getting to see Austin Cindric, though they left hero cards there at their spot where they were at the tables, and then they had a handler that was going around passing out stuff. When the personality had to leave, he was just going around the line and passing out signed hero cards. So I didn't get to see Austin Cindric. We didn't get to see the Allisons, which was a bummer. I really wanted to see Bobby and Donnie. And who else was it? I don't think I seen Jesse Little or Chad Little. I don't think I seen Randy LaJoy. Well, I think if that's all the ones. There's probably several others, but there was a ton of celebrities and or racing celebrities, I guess you could say, personalities and drivers there. So I'll get right into it. I'll show the stuff that I didn't get. Well, I'll show the stuff I got there that wasn't signed. They had these at a table. Keychains and can koozies, so grab a couple of those. When we first went in, you had to go to the table there and get your wristband. And they had some hero cards for sale. I think they were pretty much older ones, and I grabbed 2 of these up right away. And I don't know why. I guess because maybe I was tired. It never once crossed my mind to get these signed when I went inside. I guess I forgot, or excited and forgot that I had even got these. But check out these Steve Parks. And these were only, I think, $1. So I got 2 of those. And the famous number 3 AC Delco car. That was cool. Got those. And then there were a few hero cards here that were at the tables. These weren't signed, but I grabbed a couple of these. Dink Widenhouse. Got a couple of those. Here's a different one. There. And then Wyatt Miller, which was Kelly's son. He had there was a stack of his cards sitting there, and they weren't signed, so I grabbed 3 of those. He probably signed. I don't even know if he was actually there. He may have been. I did not see him. And then when I seen Kelly as she was leaving, I didn't see him with her, so I don't know if he was there. And a couple of Renee Pert's. Some of her cards she had at her table. And let's see, we'll start out first. Got 2 magazines, and I can't for the life of me remember who signed these. If I go through the book here, I could probably figure it out. But it's Speed Sport there. And I guess he's kissing on Tony Stewart there. But that's cool to get some magazines. There's the autograph there. I can't remember who that was, though. And there was another one. Steering Wheel Nation. Volume 1, Number 1. I could probably figure this out if I go through the book, but got this one. I don't know if I showed any of these, but a while back, way back, I got some stuff at an auction that had some media guides and kits in it, and I took 2 kits with me, and I couldn't find the one in my bag to get it signed, but I got Steve Park's media kit there signed. So it was cool to see Steve Park. He's one of my favorites. And this next one, the fella, I don't recognize the autograph. He did put best wishes on it. But he had ran out of hero cards, and they just had these mats he was signing. So I got one of them. I mean, a lot of room there for other autographs, I guess. And there is Danny, if you can help me out with that. I can't remember who that was on that. You probably would know. So I'm gonna go show the regular racing cards, and then I'll come back to the hero cards, because there's a bunch more of those than I got racing cards, so we'll do them. I got Ron Hornaday. He was awesome. I could not find my truck to take. It's probably somewhere in the closet behind me. I had one of his 1/24 scales. There's another of Ron. He was a trip. It's cool to see him. Don Miller, the man responsible for stocks for Tots. He got the whole ball rolling, I guess you could say. Another Don Miller. And I was happy to get this lady and see her in person. Shauna Robinson. There. Got her on 3 cards. She was awesome. Dave Marcus is next, and it was really, really, really awesome to see Dave when he's getting up there in age. I think him and his wife were both there. But it was cool to see Dave Marcus. And the last one, Predator. Bill Venturini, and I'd probably never be able to get this guy anywhere else but probably stocks for Tots. Here is 91 Max Pro Set. I'm not sure if he signs through the mail. Winston Kelly. It's cool to get Winston. I think I have gotten him through the mail, I believe. And it's always cool to get this next guy. David Reagan. And on the Donruss 2020. Then we got Bobby Daughter and a silver stamp, Silver Series stamp, and the base. Then this next guy probably wouldn't, I don't think he does TTM anymore either, so I haven't seen anybody get him back. But I was stoked to get him at least on one card, and I ended up getting him on a couple. And I had gotten Kenny Wallace earlier in the year via TTM. I just need old Rusty there on that, complete that three-way. So Mike Wallace again. And finish line. Got Bobby Labonte on the first year Prism. And you may see him again. Action packed. 91 Max. And this next guy, I was hoping that he was going to still be there, because he is just a legend. Dale Inman. I mean, if anybody created the term crew chief, it would have been Dale Inman. Got him again on, I think it's the 1989 Max, and that famous Blackboard Max set. And I got Steve Wade. I think that's the only card he has. And then this guy showed up pretty much at the last minute. And if I had had, I probably should have just took one just in case, you know, he would have showed up. Because I still have like 2 or 3 die casts I need to get signed by him. But my gosh, guys, Martin Truex Jr. That was awesome. But this was cool to get this. My friend had some extra Truex cards, and I'm glad this was one of them. Because this card featured on here was from the 20th anniversary of 9/11 when he won at Richmond last fall, if you want to read that. And I do have the race win die cast, and that was one of the ones that I had that I just didn't take because I didn't think Martin was going to be there, and he wasn't advertised. So, you know, you just never know. So I'll get into these. That's the racing card portion. These index cards and hero cards and stuff and pictures. They gave out some of these. They were like blank. I guess you could call these. They're bigger than a regular index card. I'm just gonna call them plates. There's Dave Marcus. They're just blank. If they ran out of hero cards, that's what they would use. I can't remember who this one was. There's another one. And I had to grab one of these, Martin Truex Jr. This was awesome to see this person. Jessie Punch. Just love her autograph. She used pretty much the whole plate. Then I think these were YouTubers, I think. I think there were 2 of them, but I can't remember who some of these people were, but I'll show the autographs. This one was made out to me there. This next one is Bob Pockris and Kim Kuhn. She had ran out of hero cards, and I didn't see Bob, so he must have already left when we got around to his spot. Wendy Venturini. She has a nice autograph there too. And I can't remember who this one was. Can't remember this one here. Kind of a little bit looks like Ross Chastain, but I didn't know he wasn't there. Then we got the Scene Vault podcast. I think this is Steve Wade and another person. So this is like I guess a card. Yeah, here we go. That tells more about what they're doing. That was cool. And we got, this one was made out to me. Kyle Lockrow, La Plata, Maryland. And I was able to get a Dink Widenhouse autograph. I didn't think. So this one must have been in with those blank ones then. And we got, who was this? I remember seeing this guy. Talked to him for just a little bit. Calabaro, okay. Justice Calabaro. Hero card. Then we got Renee Perks. She was Miss Winston. I actually had gotten those blank cards because she had left her table, but when we were starting to, well, I was looking for my friend and I went back around. She had came back, so I asked her if I could get one signed, and she said sure. And then this next one, I'm drawing a blank on this. I know it's not Phil Parsons, but it is a Parsons. It's not Stephen, but there were some of these there. And it was autographed there. I know, Danny, you'll probably know more of these people than I do, because there's some I just don't know. We got a few others, guys, then I'll be done. We got a Don Miller signed card there. And I got some die casts and stuff to show too, so I'll try to get going faster. Kerry Earnhardt. This guy here, if you've ever seen Lost Speedways, Matthew Dillner. Here's another legend. Waddell Wilson. We got Jerry Nadeau. Kelly Earnhardt Miller. Frank Spittle, and he signed up here in the corner. We got, whoops, trying to throw these on the floor. Let's see if I can do this a little bit better. We got Jerry Cook. We got a Dave Marcus hero card. David Ham. Herb Canlis. We got Greg Anderson. Doug Herbert. Dallas Glenn. Jason Line. Mike Wallace. And we missed this next guy and his crew chief, but one of the handlers was going around handing these out, and that is Noah Gregson and his crew chief there. Here's another one I got that way. Austin Cindric. Deb Williams. Joey Gase. Always cool to see Joey. Austin Wayne Self. Spencer Boyd. Spencer Boyd. Spencer Boyd. We got a bunch of Joe Graffs. Joe. This one's cool. Halloween theme. Joe. I took all these Joes in, and we were stuck there in line, and the line was not moving. So I was like, Joe, would you mind to sign these? I got about 7 or 8, and he's like, sure, no problem. So we were stuck there for a good while. It was moving slow. And we got Bill Venturini. Here's another Joe Graff. So I got these out of order. Those are Joe Graff. Then I got Larry McReynolds on the number 3 Jeffrey Earnhardt card. Just need to get Jeffrey on that. Christian Rose, West Virginia Tourism. Shauna Robinson. Tex Power. I did not see Will there. Brandon Brown. David Green. Bobby Labonte. There was a bunch of these at his table. Then here's a 5-way, which I got Dawson Sutton, Blaine Perkins, Carson Brown, and I did not get Luke Morey and Landon Lewis on that for some reason. But I got Carson Brown's hero card. And Landon Lewis's hero card. And Luke Morey. We got William Sawalich, Ron Hornaday Jr., David Reagan, got Ryan Vargas on this small one, and I had only 2 other hero cards left. Got Ryan Vargas on the Mark Martin throwback, and this one, Swan. So that's all the hero cards and pictures and plates and stuff. I just have die casts left to do. It's not that many. I got a few 1/64 scales and then a few big cars. And this will be finished. And these turned out really nice. Got Bobby Labonte there on the Spider-Man car when he drove the 43 for Petty. And Cheerios. He signed up there. And I don't know if you guys remember me showing this. I picked this up at one of the racetracks. There was a vendor that was selling cars. And he only wanted $1 for this one. And this is from 1995. I got Jerry Nadeau on this. And this car is pretty pristine. Pretty mint. So let me get these out of the way. Got 2 more small cars to show, and then we'll go on to the big cars. We got Mr. Ryan Newman on his Team Caliber there. Let's see if it'll focus. Team Caliber car. And I had one of these I had gotten a good while ago at Richmond when they had a big clearance tent. And these were like $1. This Caterpillar car. Got him on the top there on that. Now, I've just got to make some space here. And then I'll show the big cars that I got. Oh, I got one more thing to show. She was leaving, and I was able to catch her. One of the handlers said if anybody needed anything signed by Kelly, that she was leaving, and she was over there in the corner. And I did have her book that I picked up at Ollie's. So I was like, yeah. Actually, when he first said, I thought he said Carrie Earnhardt. So I took some die casts, and he's like, Kelly. And I was like, oh, I got something for her. I got a book here someplace. And I dug it out. So I was happy to get that. Now, let's see what order I want to show these. I'll just show them the way I take them out. I'm hoping one day to complete this next one. It is an awesome looking car. Guys, check this out. You know who it is when you see that 43. Got one of Richard Petty's old school cars, and was able to get Dale Inman there on the back in gold. And if I get Richard Petty, chances are he's going to have the gold marker. So that would go good together. There's one die cast. Next up we got Kerry Earnhardt. Which I only have 2 cars of him. I was like, and he was leaving there right after Kelly did. And he was coming down the side, and I was like, man, I better catch him before he goes. I was able to get him on this clear car. The Kannapolis Intimidators. Let's see where I can set this. And I got 2 more cars. Next up, I think, is another Kerry. And this is a nice car here. I was happy to get this signed by Kerry. A channel lock car. And this sucker weighs a ton. It's not one of these cars from Lionel. This is a well-made car. And it turned out pretty nice there in the silver Sharpie. So, one car I'd really like to get that I'm kicking myself for not getting that the vendor had was the, I think it was either Bass Pro Shops, Kerry Earnhardt Elite, and I should have bought it. I knew I should have bought it because it was really cheap. And it was early on in the trip, and I'm like, I better hold off. And then the last one, which I've had this car for a while now, and was hoping I'd have an opportunity to get it signed, and this thing turned out beautiful. The number 12, Ryan Newman, Alltel. Gorgeous. It's always great to see Ryan Newman. So that is my haul from Stocks for Tots. Man, it was amazing to see all those personalities. I think the autographs come second, to see some of those people, which I'd never have the chance or the opportunity probably to see, because a lot of them probably don't come out to the racetracks anymore. But guys, that's going to do it. If you've watched this whole video, I appreciate it, and I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I want to say thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.